Hello, stamping friends. This is Jenny from Celebrate the Journey, and let's hope I have this going tonight. It is a crazy weather night here in Colorado. I went for a quick walk before it got dark, and in 15 minutes it dropped like 10 degrees. It was crazy, and the wind is bizarre. So it's supposed to get down to about minus 15 tonight. So we will be very chilly. So I'll be glad to be in the house crafting, not doing anything else, just staying in and keeping warm. So I thought I would share with you tonight a quick treat you can use to make a quick treat if you need some last minute Christmas ideas. Even though I have Valentine's down out here, I'm going to show you. Someone gave us a box of these Rocher candies, and I love them. But they're 4 Weight Watcher points each. There's no way I can eat just one, which means then I wouldn't be able to have dinner. So I've got to get them out of the house. So I decided to look up some ideas of how to get rid of these. But to still give somebody a sweet little treat, like the UPS man or the Amazon man. You know, you can give them a little treat if you happen to be home when they knock on the door, or you can take them with you to the grocery store and give them to the checkout counter person. So it'll give you some ideas of some things you can do. So I'm gonna put these away before I eat any more. I've eaten 2. That's going to be it. I'm not going to eat anymore. So the one I made, this treat thing I made for Christmas, is this one. And this is so super easy. This one has poinsettias and some little blueberries to go with it. And a little bow. Very simple. It says Merry Christmas. And that would be easy to just carry, you know, hand somebody and say, thank you, Merry Christmas, have a happy holiday. And it gives them a little sweet treat. And I'm going to show you how to make one. We're going to make one for Valentine's Day, because I wanted to use a new stamp set. Now this stamp set will be available starting January 5th, and it's called Country Bouquet, and it comes with the stamp set and a punch. And you know I love punches, so that's a double plus. And if the bundle has this really cute, it has two packs of paper that can coordinate, some ginghams that are these sweet colors, nice colors. Let's see, it goes with balmy blue, mint macaron, petal pink, and sweet sorbet. We're going to use some of the mint macaron. And then the 12 by 12 paper is the same. I bet it's the same colors, but then this looks like it's got some garden green. So you see, you've got, look at this. You know I had to have that because of the bicycles. And just some pretty blobby kind of flowers, I guess. And this one, what's cool about this, and I'll show you, is the punch. Punches out that design. And I love this one with the balmy blue. Let's see if that listed that other green on the back. That's a hint for you. Our papers do list the green, the colors that match. Actually, that's Mossy Meadow, not Garden Green. So you can look on the back and see that. So this paper, if you line it up with the punch, it will punch it out. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to use this little gingham plaid and these flowers. It's good to see you too, Penny. I miss you. Maybe I can see you soon. I'll be there in January, so maybe I can stop by and see you if I'm in the neighborhood. You're going to have freezing this weekend, Jamie? Well, at least it won't be 15 below, I don't think. Let me see. I think I'm missing one thing here. Oh, it's right here in front of me. So to make this little candy holder, you need a piece of paper that's 2 by 9.5. And then we're going to do some scoring. Let's see, we'll have to put that to the side. And of course you can decorate these however you want. You could use stickers, you could use die cuts, you can stamp, just all kinds of things. So we've got 2 inches by 9.5. The measurements are going to be posted, so don't worry. I've already scheduled them to post at 6, so you don't have to worry about writing down measurements. We're going to score it 3/4. I have to say it myself so that I don't forget what I'm doing. 2 3/4, 3.5, and 5.5. That will make our little box. And so we'll use our bone folder to crease this. Thanks for joining us tonight, Anne. I bet it's just as chilly for you as it is for us. You're a little more used to it than Georgia. So now we've got our, one more. I've missed you too, Karen, but I'll see you soon. I hope. So now this will be our little box that will hold our candy. But we need a circle there. Now you can either die cut that circle or you can punch it. It's up to you. And this looks like it's about 1 inch. Yeah, it's a 1 inch, maybe 1 1/8. So anything you have close to that. I tried the smallest stitched circle, and it was a tiny bit too big. So that's when I went with this one. And I thought this actually worked better because it's got that little scallop and it kind of grabs the candy a little better to keep it from, it's not going to fall out, but it kind of keeps it from moving around quite so much. So we will run this through the cut and emboss machine. If you had a 1 inch punch, you could easily, punch that. That's what's nice about this project, is you don't need very many supplies. And you can make something that looks special. Now you can always save this little circle for another project because we won't use it again. Now the next thing, now you could do this like on this one. I just stamped on the background of the tall holder part, but I wanted to use that paper on mine here. So I need to trim it down. So that means I need to put a little mark on it. So I'll know the measurement. And let's see, where's the pencil? Well, hey, Sarah. It's nice to see you. It's not, oh, I bet you're on break. So you can have a little extra time. You'll just chop that off. That was right at 3 7/8. So you could do it at 4, but then the paper gets right at the crease, and sometimes your crease doesn't want to fold pretty because of that. So just a shade less than 4 inches is actually what you need. Now, I'll tell you this, the first one I made, I put the paper on the back side. I wasn't paying attention. So don't forget, you got to put it on the correct side. Otherwise, it'll be backwards. But, you know, it's just paper, and we have more of it. Oh, good. Tell your mom hi for me. And thanks for the shout out on your podcast thing. It made Robert tear up. He was funny. But don't you know that Sarah, my friend Sarah, does podcasts and talks, I guess, about living intentionally and doing, you know, taking care of yourself. And so she was talking about sharing our card ministry, and that was kind of fun. Now I'm using a retired punch, but that's all right. You don't even have to use a punch on this. You can just let it be plain at the top. I thought that little punch would be pretty, and I know a lot of you have this punch, so I don't usually use retired stuff, but I am today. So now we're ready. We can go ahead and glue this together. Yep, that's all we need to do. So we will, no, we need to stamp. So we want to stamp a sentiment right there. I'm too busy talking. So we're going to use Sweet Sorbet. And the stamp that I chose from this set says, I love that we are friends. Now, for this one, if you were going to give this to the UPS man, I guess you would just say, for you, or Happy Valentine. We're going to use this for something, or you could just leave it blank. But for like a friend or a tea party or somebody in your neighborhood, I love that we're friends. It certainly works fine. Well, I could be friends with the UPS man. Oh, this is as often as he shows up here. But it's not always the same person. So just needs to make sure that it will fit in about a 3/4 inch space. Because that is what that measurement is. There's 3/4 of an inch. Now we can glue this together. Doesn't take much, and you don't want to put a lot because it'll ooze out if you're not careful. Now you want to make sure that's pushed down so it meets the bottom. We'll let that dry. I went ahead and die cut a scalloped circle. Now, you know, it depends on how you're going to decorate your treat holder, but this is 2 inches, right? So however you choose to decorate it is up to you. Now this is soft succulent, and I'm going to put a couple little hearts on here. This is all part of this stamp set, Country Bouquet. That didn't stamp very pretty, but it's probably not going to show, so that's a good thing. And now, let me get my piece of paper. We're just going to cut enough to put it in the punch. So we'll trim that out. And I'm going to show you how I do. I put a little handle on here so that I can line it up in the punch easier. So we're just going to put a scrap piece right there. Now we'll turn our, it's got to give it a second to dry. Punch over and we can line this up. It's just easier to have that handle to wiggle it around. It's kind of tricky there. There we go. And then we can just throw all of that away. So we got leaves, a small heart, and a big heart. And we'll put those on our circle. And we'll kind of just arrange them to where they look cute. So this is the last week before Christmas. We were talking today about stress, and it's actually been a pretty stress-free so far. And so that's nice. I hope it's been stress-free for you. That's what Christmas shouldn't be stressful. A couple of the grands are coming over tomorrow to make cookies. So that might be a mess. But it was funny. They wanted to come, so I'm like, okay, we do that. And then we'll put our little hearts, our little leaves on there. They don't have, they can just be glued down. I'm going to put this one, I'm going to kind of get it ready so we can slide it around to where we want it to go. Before anything dries. We're going to slide that right about there. So it looks like a little double heart. Isn't that sweet? Now we need a sentiment that says Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. See, I'm talking about Christmas. Happy Valentine's Day. So we'll stamp that. Happy Valentine's Day. It's going to be a change, switching from Christmas to birthdays to Valentine's, all that. We won't know what to say. This is Sweet Sorbet ink. It's a nice, fun, scripty font. And I'm just going to fussy cut this, because it's kind of a small area on our little heart, and I don't want to cover it up with a wide piece of paper. We're just going to give it a little silhouette. Now, do you guys like to give just a sweet little treat to, like, your neighbors, or, you know, people that you really wouldn't necessarily give a gift to, but you want them to know you were thinking about them? I think this works just fine for that. And now we're just going to glue that on there. We're going to put one little half dimensional, I think, right about where the V is in Valentine's. And then we'll put Tombow on the rest. Keep it kind of level. There we go. It's going to help that leaf too. Now another part of this suite or bundle are these really bright and shiny pastel adhesive back sequins. So they're balmy blue and pink and gold. And I guess that pink kind of looks flirty flamingo, but it's supposed to be the petal pink, I guess. But it's a pretty pink. So we're going to use that. We want those pretty little sequins. And so we'll put a couple on here. And then we'll put another one on here. We'll put a larger one right about there. They are sequins, but they don't have a hole in the middle, so that's nice. That doesn't look, it looks more polished that way, I think. Now we're ready to put this on our card with some dimensionals. And let's see, are we going to put it? I think we can put it right in the center. You could put it to the side or to the center, depending on how you wanted it to look. So speaking of this set from the new catalog, if you have not gotten your catalog, let me know. Or if you would like a catalog, let me know. If you have not ordered from me before, then I wouldn't have sent you a catalog. So, but I would love to send you one if you want one. Now let's see if we can get that on there kind of straight. Okay, so now this bundle also has this pretty ribbon. It's a little narrower kind of satin ribbon. It has a pretty little edge on it, and it's soft, so it's going to tie pretty. We're going to put a bow at the top. And trim that down a tiny bit. And we'll put that on with glue dots. So we'll put a couple, we can't put a dot right on that circle, so we're going to put it right next to it, and it will hold it down. And then, where's our candy? Did I not pull one out? I've been putting just one or two little glue dots on the bottom of the candy just to be safe. I don't think it's going to fall out. But this is a little insurance policy, I guess. You just kind of puff this up a little and slide that in there. Got the dimensional back on it. push it down so that the glue dots will stick. So there's our cute little candy holder for Valentine's Day. And we have a cute one for Christmas. I like them both. How about that? And look how quick and easy that is. The only thing, if you don't have a punch that adds a scallop, then just leave it straight across the top. Or you could, if you had one of those border punches, you could do something across the top. Lots of choices on how to make this, you know, be your creation, a little different from mine. So thanks for joining me tonight. I think I will skip Monday after Christmas, but I will be back on Wednesday after Christmas. And we'll have some fun things to talk about then. So thanks for joining me tonight, and stay warm. Talk to you later. Bye.